Welcome to Let's
Man.
Podcast. Today we are here with Blank
Evan.
Brent.
And Zach
Mr. L is gone for the day, but we are
took an
hoping to
L.
see him next week. Again, not dead, just not here today.
He died
Um,
to me. He's
and
dead to us.
today we're going to be talking about some random segment and more typical Let's Podcast stuff. And we're going to just pass it along to Evan. First, actually, I forgot to do this. I was going to do this last episode and I didn't. How are we doing? How was you guys' weekend? Or how
I'm
are we
doing
doing?
okay.
Doing good.
I'm doing okay.
Life's good.
Doing great?
I hit
Yeah?
my finger with
That's
a
great.
hammer and took a chunk out of it.
Ooh, is it like throbbing?
Well, no, it's just like I got a flap now. Like it was bleeding all over the place. You can't see that at
Oh,
all.
okay. Oh, they took a chunk out. I hate
Yeah.
when you like jam it against something and then it has like it's like a heartbeat and it's just like throbbing. I hate that feeling. So
Yeah.
I guess not that. But, no, that sucks. Okay. Well, I just made a bomb omelet. I had some
A
eggs I needed to get
bomblet?
through, and oh, dude, it was so good. I went to Jamaica recently for those listeners, and when I was there was an omelet bar, and the guy, dude knew how to make some omelets. Okay, like. Those
Omelet's
are the
kind of
best
hit.
part of the morning. They were so good. So I did it the way that he'd made them, and I don't want to say it was as good, but it was right up there, you know. So pretty awesome.
Nice.
And okay, cool. Yeah. So Evan, you can take it away.
Okay, so I just wanted to briefly talk about the Batman 2. There's been a lot of rumors surrounding it, so I just wanted to kind of like go through every rumor and just talk about it, I guess. So the first rumor is that it was canceled, just like flat out, completely canceled. And that rumor was
And just
due,
to make sure, this is Robert Pattinson,
yeah, Matt
Batman 2.
Reeves,
The Batman.
the Batman, the
Not
best
a Batman.
live action Batman movie. I'll say it. Dark Knight's great, but the Batman. Anyway, so the sequel's been in production since pretty well. The first one came out like even before uh, it was released. They were like, all right, we can probably make a second one. So they've been working on production for a long time, and there's been a lot of delays. Obviously, like the writer's strike, but the script itself is not finished yet, and it's
What?
supposed to start shooting this year, like in October. So that itself is kind of weird.
And
It's
it's
And it
been
was
in
it
the
was
work for
never finished.
it still has not been finished as far as we know.
and it's been in the
That's
work for like
crazy.
3 years now.
Yep, yep.
Oh,
That could be a good or bad sign. A good sign is that
scripts are
they're,
hard to write, I guess.
yep, they're taking their time, they're doing it well. Or bad sign is they keep facing some
I
issue
have no. I
and they
I'm
don't know
so
how to
glad we're
fix it.
getting Joker again.
Yeah, dude. Give me more.
I really sat down the other day and was like, man, there's not enough Joker movies.
No, I think we need a third Joker movie, honestly. Um,
Yeah,
the
yeah. The
second
last
one
one
was
was such a
great,
hit.
so um, yeah, so that's one problem. And then for a while there, it was like it's probably going to be canceled. And then they did want to shoot it sooner, but then Robert Pattinson signed on to do Dune 3, and that screwed the Batman schedule up. Although again, they would probably have started shooting without a finished script, and I don't know if I prefer that or not.
Yeah,
The
that's
latest
weird.
rumor is that Matt Reeves was going to not be the director anymore. James Gunn has debunked that, but I just wanted to throw it out there. If they had to replace Matt Reeves as director, who would you want to direct it?
Whoever did Joker too, honestly.
Todd Phillips' gang, The Hangover, Joker, and the Batman?
I don't know. I don't know because it was cool. It was cool. I really liked his direction of Batman. Like it was much more a detective Batman, which we don't usually see
Mhm.
as often. Um, so if anything, for like a Batman 2, I'd want to see more of that. So who has done detective films? Let's find that out.
So one that comes to mind
Films.
is Fincher, just because of Zodiac, um,
Ooh,
and
ooh, I have an
Seven.
answer actually.
Uh, I think that's a good pick, Fincher, but I don't think that would be my pick. What is your answer, Trent?
This purely goes off of the fact. Wait, actually, let me think this actually. Because again, I'm trying to think of something that could like match the first one in like vibes and style,
Hmm.
and for that reason, I wouldn't say this guy, but I would say this guy because of him doing like other detective movies, which I know they're very different. But anyway, Ryan Johnson.
Okay, yeah, I
I
could
feel like
see
he
that.
could maybe do something cool with like with a superhero movie.
Yeah, yeah, I think he'd have some fun with it. I think
Yeah.
it'd be received a lot like The Last Jedi in that he tried to be not a superhero movie and probably alienate people, but I think it would be an okay superhero movie.
That's crazy. Has he come out and said he didn't want to make a superhero movie with that Star Wars movie?
Like I think he said he wanted to make not an anti-Star Wars movie, but like be completely different. So
Okay, I was gonna say if he said he
Oh,
didn't want to make
this
it like
guy.
a superhero movie with Star Wars, that's so stupid because he
no,
literally just gave Luke like random powers just to be able to like for him to do it. So anyway,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
and the
stupid. I hate that guy.
Palpatine stuff.
somehow
Well,
Palpatine
that
was in it.
was JJ, but
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, right. I
anyway,
couldn't
Um,
yeah,
figure
that
out
that's
those.
my. Oh, is he still alive? Um, oh, let me see if I can pull his name.
you got this. You got this, dude.
Oh, I don't think I do. My guess is Andrew David or David Andrew or Davis Andrew or Andrew Davis.
That's
He's the
the
guy that
one.
did Fugitive.
Yep, Andrew Davis.
John David
Andrew Davis.
Washington.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. I think that would be good. It'd be really like action oriented, and I think that'd be really good.
It would be. Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea. I just googled the guy who did Detective Pikachu. I think he would do a good job.
What's his name?
Rob Letterman.
Yeah,
Imagine
put
a
him there. Why
detective.
not?
Yeah,
Imagine a Detective Pikachu style Batman.
that would
I feel
actually
like
be
that one would
sick.
like have to have Robin in it or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that
that'd
would
be
actually be sick.
crazy.
I'd watch that.
I have another great one. Tony Gilroy, because I
Yes.
feel like he'd probably be able to do like the as like that first Batman movie, like the whole story and like I was gonna say the writing of the story was like really well done, and I feel like Tony could probably match that 100%.
Yeah.
So that might be my answer if I had to pick one. Other than that, or Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, I really like the Tony Gilroy shout. I that's up there for me. I think if I had to pick anyone, it would be Gareth Edwards solely because he's worked with Greg Fraser, the cinematographer before. So he'd maintain a lot of that.
That did the Batman one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he'd maintain a lot of that visual style, which I think is really important for the Batman. I don't know if the tone would be the same, but visually it would look very similar, I think. So yeah, I think those are all good picks though.
Also a great pick. I think that'd be sick.
Yeah.
What did Gareth Edwards do on Last Jedi?
He was in it. Like he played like a really, really small role in it.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well,
And I
I just
think
looked him up and
Ryan Johnson was in Rogue One. Like they kind of swapped movies to like star in.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So anyway,
I
no, go ahead.
was just gonna say a few more things about man. As a resistance soldier in the trench at the Battle of Cray. Oh, is he the guy that licks the salt?
Yeah.
Gareth Edwards is.
Yes, yeah.
That's so funny. He's the salt guy. Um, so the Batman thing. I was so surprised. Two things. First of all, like it hasn't been made yet, and one of the reasons that maybe it hasn't was like the whole James Gunn thing, and maybe he didn't want to do it. But wasn't he on the record at one point saying that like he made it apparent that Batman is outside of the DCU? Is that what he's calling it? And that like they would introduce their own one. And then at the same time, like he also confirmed that like he was fine with the Batman happening. Like he gave it not a stamp of approval, but he said like it's happening still. Am I right saying that?
You are correct. There's also a lot of reports saying that like he doesn't want their Batman movies coming out at like similar times, which makes sense. I think for general audiences they might get confused, but most people understand that they're not the same Batman.
Hmm.
No, they're all the same. That's Batman.
It's all
Adam West,
Batman's all
same
one.
Batman.
So
If they went into the comics, they'd be very lost.
yeah, that's why one of the rumors got started is because he doesn't want like his Batman's competing, but he wants to get started on his Batman movie, and if this one's taking forever, he's not gonna get the chance to do that. So the rumor that it was getting canceled was because James Gunn wants to start his Batman, which I don't blame him for wanting to like start his Batman, but finish Superman first, you know?
Yeah, but especially too if this other one's taking so long. Um, and then that goes into like, I'm wondering why it's taking so long. Like maybe it is just on the creative side. And what's his name again? The director of the first one,
Matt Reeves.
Matt Reeves. Maybe it's that like he's just not prioritizing it or something. I don't know. But I looked up right quick. So it made $772 million worldwide off of a 185 to $200 million budget. So that's a huge win. And also the opening weekend was 134, this says,
Yeah, it was a crazy
which is
opening
like
weekend.
it's 2022. That's like an insane number for post-COVID
Yeah, like
for opening weekend.
a
So
huge surprise too. It was kind of a sleeper. Their marketing had not been very long. They only started like 2 months out or something like that. But yeah, they're they somehow got quite. There could have been like not a lot of other stuff playing, and people were just excited to get a Batman movie again, maybe.
hmm.
But no,
Is he doing anything else? Is Matt Reeves working on anything else right now?
no, it's just this Batman movie. I mean, he was a producer on The Penguin. He was a producer on an animated Batman show last year. But other than that, he's solely focusing on Batman. I
I
read
forgot
somewhere
that the
that,
penguin happened.
which is a great show. It's really worth watching. I've heard that there's some like personal issues that he's having, like in his personal life, and that's kind of
Oh,
why
sure.
this is on back burner. Who knows if that's true or not, but that's kind of what I've heard as a reason why it's slowed down.
We're just looking up Matt Reeves, and the Batman Part 2 does come up on his account. It says
So
2027 release.
fingers crossed.
Exactly, fingers crossed, but what's
Maybe.
it's taking so long?
Yeah. The reason why people thought that he was going to step away as director is there was a production notice, which is basically just a list of every movie that is currently in production, and it had no
Hmm.
director attached, but it also didn't have any like actor, producer, like there was no names on it, but people just blew the fact that there was no director labeled on it out of proportion, and we're like, oh, he's not directing anymore, he's not doing it. So James Gunn did debunk that, saying he is still directing because it's his franchise or it's his universe. So hopefully, fingers crossed that we do like hear some good
Hmm.
stuff, because the past 2 months have been worrying about whether or not we're getting a sequel. So we'll see. We'll see.
Did you guys see the trailers and stuff for the new Superman movie?
Yeah. What do you
I'm not
think?
gonna lie, this looks like the worst Superman movie I've seen in a while.
Whoa, that's crazy! No, dude, I am on the hype train 100%. I think it looks
Bro, all
sick.
they
I'm so
showed
excited.
was their OP character lying in the snow, and then his dog had to get him,
Bro.
and then it showed like a city
Bro.
being destroyed, but he's busy tying his boots. He couldn't save the city because his boots weren't tied. And it's just like this
Bro, it's a
loser
trailer. We don't know that.
Superman doesn't care about the city. He sucks at fighting whatever,
Bro.
apparently. And then there's a bunch of
That's
videos. You know
crazy.
how Superman always gets shot in the eye? He was the only one that like flinched at it. So everyone was like, "Ah, Henry Cavill's more jacked."
I saw that video, like comparing. Yeah, he gets shot in the eye, but then this one gets hit in the back of the head with like a can of tomatoes or
Yeah.
something, and like he flinches.
Yeah, this looks like the I'm not excited for this at all. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, that's crazy. I can't wait. I think it's sick. Dude, they
I
got
never really cared for
crypto.
Superman though.
I think his suit looks sick. I think it's awesome. The only complaint that I think is valid at this point is that it seems to have a lot of stuff happening, so it might be like jam packed, and then as a consequence, it might be bad. No, I'm going in with high hopes, and I'm gonna be maybe disappointed. We'll see. I can't wait.
I think the only Superman movie I actually liked was Man of Steel. And my
Yeah, Man
problem
of
with
Steel was awesome.
Superman is I never have to worry about him losing. There's never
Yeah.
a point in the movie where I'm like, oh, Superman might not do it this time. Oh, no.
Yeah, that is a Superman thing. I always find it interesting how people like address that, and like what how do you give a challenge to Superman when he's literally invulnerable?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, that was one of my big complaints with Batman versus Superman, besides all the other complaints, was they threw Doomsday in like right at the very end. And it was like, you guys are gonna friggin' waste Doomsday at the end of a horrible movie like that? Like Doomsday should have been built up like Thanos, dude.
yeah,
Like there should have been
bad
attempts
movie.
where they go to beat Doomsday and then they go, "Oh crap, he's learning from this. We got to recoup so that we don't give him anything else." And then that should have started the next movie. But they're like, "No, we'll just get rid of him. I gotta end the movie somehow."
Yeah, I'm very interested to hear you, Evan, because Evan's a stan of this terrible movie for some unknown reason. Do you like Doomsday in that movie?
I
Or can
do
you
think
admit that that's a bad?
he's the weakest part of the movie. I will give you that.
We got him, guys. We got him.
I
That was that was for Luke. I think Luke doesn't like it either, right? Or does he like it?
No, he doesn't like
can't
it.
remember what he
No.
thinks.
He doesn't like it. Yeah. That was for you,
Surrounded
Luke. Shout out, Luke.
by haters.
I just don't like Superman.
Like, rightfully so. We'll see. I'm excited for it. I think it's cool. It's also I learned the other day it's a lot more practical than other
This is not
superhero movies.
friggin'
So that those robots that are in that like save Superman or whatever or heal him up, those are real apparently.
Oh
Apparently
yeah,
that those are real animatronics, probably some sort of puppet or something. Which I
interesting.
think is super sick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't know. So
They
it's
put
just like,
CGI all over it.
oh, Superman's hurt. Oh, just get up some vitamin D, I guess. He needs it.
Well, that's his character though.
No, it's the red sun, and he powers him. No.
I will say.
Well, that's
So
why
yeah,
I.
it was that.
No, I was just gonna
Just
say I was excited for this Superman movie until like the past 2 weeks or so when I saw the Peacemaker trailer. I didn't even realize it, but he's continuing like Peacemaker is technically a part of his universe, James Gunn's universe.
Yes,
Does that mean
I think the first
Suicide
season was like
Squad
the
is as
first.
well?
it would have.
Okay, this is total memory, and someone should double check this. But I actually think that there's something like the last 10 minutes of or like one event in Suicide Squad or something like that is part of the universe, but then the rest isn't or something.
There's
Or maybe
jokes
the whole
about
thing
it in
isn't.
the
I kind of forget.
show.
Or maybe that's what it was. Maybe they said that like the stuff that comes up in the show that they reference that happened in the movie is part of the universe, but like everything else isn't. The only thing I do know, yeah, that sounds more right because yeah, that first season of Peacemaker was like the first thing in that new
In
universe
this
in James
universe?
Gunn's universe.
See, I
But they reference his team. I forget his dad was making fun of him or something. And he goes, "Nah, it's the Suicide Squad or whatever. Like we're not the Justice League. We're better." Something like that. I
yeah,
don't remember
yeah.
what he says. I
No,
don't care
I
about John
think
Cena either.
yeah, I the first season was fine. I don't know. I don't really care. But I think it's really ballsy to be like, "Oh yeah, we're scrapping that entire old universe except for the stuff that worked. My stuff, the stuff that worked,
Yeah,
I'm porting
yeah.
that over. That's mine. This is part of my universe." I think that's really petty. I don't know. I just saw the trailer and I was like, "Why is John Cena interacting with someone who's going to be in the new Superman movie?" I don't want that. Because then
Yeah.
otherwise,
Well,
uh,
who is it? I didn't see the trailer.
Guy Gardner, the blonde bowl cut guy.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, Nathan
I have
Fillion.
no idea what that is.
He's in this Peacemaker trailer, which means it's
Yeah.
part of that.
Oh, dang.
But John Cena interacted with Margot Robbie, who interacted with Jared Leto, who interacted with Ben Affleck, and Henry Cavill, and Wonder Woman. And it's like, what is canon? What isn't? That's up to James Gunn. It's his universe. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I think it's a little childish to be like picking and choosing what is canon based solely on what either you did or what worked. So, I don't know. That's just my.
I mean, I understand picking from what you did, but it's just what worked, picking and choosing. It didn't work. Oh, that was a different universe.
Oh, not my fault. Not my fault. It didn't work.
That's silly.
Yeah. So I don't know. That kind of made me unhappy with Superman. I'll still go watch it, but if the news that the Batman 2 is canceled, like for real, comes out before the Superman movie, I won't go watch the Superman movie. So that's that's my hill. I'll die on it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, at this point, I would only go to Superman if like a group of friends went.
Yeah.
Other than that, I have no interest.
I'll ride the hype train by myself then. I'll.
Lamest Superman, dude, he got hit in the back of the head and he flinched. Henry Cavill didn't flinch.
Yeah, I guess to end this part, I hope we do maybe learn why it's been taking so long. Like, if it is purely just creatives just taking their time with it, or if there's another reason. It'd be awesome to learn that. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Thunderbolts?
I have seen Thunderbolts.
I still have to see it, so don't say anything crazy. But I've heard pretty good things.
Okay.
It's good.
I suggest seeing it, and I think you'd like it. I'd say too. I think.
It's weird that they keep putting new Avengers on their posters. I don't know about that.
Yeah. It's funny
Spoiler.
how much
They're
like
kind
after
of
the movie was over for a few
They're
days.
kind of the land of misfit toys over there with the worst Russian accents I've ever heard in my life. But you know, pop off, I guess.
Well, it's funny because like the actors and actresses like they've also poked fun at it too. They keep saying like, "Are we sure? Like, are we?" Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun, but I don't know. We'll see what the
Maple.
direction it takes. I guess. You should let us know when you see it, Zach.
Yeah, I'll probably go soon.
Cool. All right, so we'll segue to the next little snippet that we got here. So I kind of tried to compile a few internet debates, kind of those famous ones that people talk about. Maybe they're not specifically internet, but they're just debates. They're fun ones. So we're gonna start it off with a bang. Very, very hot topic right now.
Uh-oh.
100 men versus one gorilla. Who do we think is
Bro.
winning?
How do people cheer for the gorilla?
Really?
Okay.
It's obviously the
100?
humans. 100 humans did.
Bro, even if they're like a cage, there's no rocks or whatever. You're not taking 100 guys at one go.
No.
Okay, sick. I'm also under that. Like,
Let's go.
yes, I understand.
Okay,
The first maybe 20 people are dead. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
they'll get folded. Yeah, for
No,
sure.
and honestly, a couple more are probably gonna bleed out in the hospital after.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then yeah. So after 20, instantly die. Totally get that. But we're still gonna go through a few 10. Okay. A
Yeah.
few 10. But then I think the boys can overpower him. Like,
Oh yeah.
For 100 at
100%.
one time, you're gonna be crazy to pick the gorilla.
Yeah.
okay, cool. Okay, so I'm glad we
Cool.
could now to kind of twist it a little bit. If they did it, so it's one gorilla still, but then it's 100 people, 100 men, and the ages start at 1, and then the last one's 100 years old. Who do you think's winning?
Probably still the people.
I
mean, you
would
just
think
need
so.
like a good. You only need like 40 people in their prime. You know, you got enough at the age there.
And then the other one's just cannon fodder. The
Yeah.
other ones are just going in first.
they're just distractions. You just
Unfortunately,
kind of
yeah.
get them out of the way. You know.
Because we'll say that like, I say the people that are 15 and older, they can be dependable.
That's what I was
Do I
going to
say
go
20?
16. 16 to about
Yeah.
45 is like
Yeah.
prime
That's a
age.
good number against a single gorilla,
Yep.
though.
And then the rest are all distraction. Like,
Just chucking babies at it, dude.
yeah.
I don't even just push the old guy.
No,
over.
I was gonna say no weapons, but I guess in that instance, there's weapons.
Babies
Oh, yeah.
are the weapon.
We could
They use them.
use the babies as the weapon. That's I think we figured it out.
Oh no, we're gonna get clipped. Okay, cool. Well, boom, internet. There's the answer to that one.
God, we solved it.
I felt like we probably talked about this like outside of the podcast. Um, Wheels or doors? Which one are there more of in the world?
Oh,
This is a tough one.
Wheels or doors?
I'm going wheels.
I think I'm doors, dude. I got 2 right behind me. You got a door too, right there. How many wheels?
No wheels.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm going wheels solely because I'm also counting every single like toy. So like every single Hot Wheels, every single Lego car, every single remote control car. Like wheels wins hands down. Like
I don't know,
no
man.
joke.
There's still like Lego doors.
Sure, but not every Lego car has a Lego door.
Barbie houses, though.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
And like the big one for doors is like think of houses, how many doors are in houses. Think of how many apartments, like
I
skyscrapers.
say cars cancel out. Just don't talk about cars.
No, I think you have to though, because think of all the cars that
No, they
have 2
cancel
doors
out.
and then still 4 wheels.
Oh, forget about
Sometimes 5.
those.
Sometimes they have 5 wheels.
Yeah. Do you count a trunk as a door?
I do.
No.
Why
No.
not?
I think a door can only be like something that you open to get to go through.
Okay. All right.
Like because I would
but
maybe
it's
count
a
like
trunk door, though. It is a door.
So what about a cabinet door
no,
trunk?
it's a trunk.
You're not
I
going into
count
the cabinet.
cabinets.
Or like a fridge
100%
door.
I count cabinets.
Fridge door.
Ooh, see, no,
Yeah.
definitely not.
Okay.
It's a fridge door. Why would you not count it as a door? I'm saying it needs
Because if we're counting that, then doors, 100% doors. If we're counting the cabinets
what
and
is
stuff
the
like that.
definition of a door? I'm thinking like
So, Evan, are you still saying wheel if we
I'm still
count
on
cabinets?
wheels. I'm still
a
on
hinge
That's
wheels.
sliding
crazy.
or revolving barrier at the entrance to a building, room, or vehicle. So trunk, or in the framework
Okay,
of a
not
cupboard.
cabinets.
Cupboard literally is in the definition.
Okay, so I guess for this argument, we'll count cupboards, and then in that instance, am I saying doors now?
How many cupboards you got, dude? How many wheels do you have in your house?
Yeah, and like huge offices, and yeah, no, I'll go doors then. 100% I'll go doors.
There's so many doors.
But if we're not counting cabinets and stuff like that, then I'll say wheels. We're purely going off of doors that like let people in and out. I'd say wheels, but if we're doing this, then 100%.
No. Yeah, no. Doors aren't just, those are man doors. Those are a specific kind of doors.
Oh, if someone would know about doors, I guess you would.
Yeah.
I'm thinking boats got doors too. Think all the doors. You ever been on a cruise ship? They got
True.
doors.
Now,
And I can tell you that boat's got no wheels.
let's define a wheel though. Are we counting just a tire as a wheel, or does it have to also have a rim? Like what are we counting as a wheel?
A circular object that revolves on an axle and is fixed below a vehicle or another object to enable it to move.
Okay, so like those boats, because you mentioned boats have doors, those boats that have all the tires around it, they do count or don't count?
No, those aren't on axles. I think
Okay.
wheel needs to be on an axle.
Okay.
Because then you get in some weird ball territory, and I don't like that.
I don't know. I just think of all of the Hot Wheels that are made. They don't have moving doors, but they have wheels. So I just in my
Dude,
mind,
there's not that many Hot Wheels.
Nah,
How many
dude.
apartment buildings? How many apartment buildings in like China and India?
Wait, Hot Wheels are there though.
Not as many.
there's
Some Hot
approximately
Wheels have doors too.
500 million Hot Wheels made a year. Times
How
that
many
by
apartments-
4.
How many
For each
apartments
wheel.
in the world? Yeah, but apartments also have bathrooms.
That's a really good point.
It's difficult to pinpoint. Estimate approximately 2.3 billion houses. Oh, that's houses. 2.3 billion
Wait,
houses, and
did
then we
Evan
have
say million or
apartments.
billion?
500
Evan
You
said
said
how
billion,
million.
much?
right, Evan?
500 million.
You said 500 million?
Each year is made.
Oh, each
Oh,
year.
okay. Okay, I was gonna say that sounds wrong.
So times that by 4, that's 2 exponent 9, whatever that is. 2 billion?
I'm just thinking, even apartments have multiple doors and cupboards. Don't forget about cupboards.
Sure. They make 2 billion Hot Wheels wheels every year.
Yeah, but there's door factories.
Yeah, okay, I'm not saying there's not door factories. They're not making 2 billion doors a year.
They probably are, dude.
Not if there's only 2 billion houses in the world.
No. That didn't account for apartments.
I don't know, dude. I don't think there's that many apartment buildings that you would need
No, I think you're
to for 2
doing too
billion
much
though.
for
2
Hot
billion.
Wheels. No.
2 billion wheels a year.
No,
Yes,
dude.
2 billion wheels a year.
I'm still doors.
I think, and think of how long Hot Wheels has been making Hot Wheels.
Yeah, but think of how many have been destroyed too.
Sure, think of how many doors get destroyed. Think
That's
about how
fine.
many
I can't
houses
flip.
get torn down.
People save the doors.
Think about how many people tear out their door because they want open concept. Like,
I'm sticking team doors.
I'm sticking Team Wheels, dude.
I'm thinking for me,
I
I got way many more doors than I got wheels.
That's fair. I have a few Hot Wheels. I have Lego cars. I'll take wheels. I'll take wheels.
think I'm saying doors, honestly. I've been a wheel stand for a while, but I think with the cabinet point, I'm team doors now.
And cruise ships and bathrooms, basement doors. There's all kinds of doors.
Not 2 billion per year
Oh,
though. Oh, it's
Bro,
fine.
how many doors are made in a
right.
year?
You don't know this?
No, I hated my time at the door factory.
Microwave doors?
It's saying
Microwave doors?
Now, an argument against
Access
that train.
Residential Hardware notes that shipments of Windows Indoor increased by 2.5 million units. Increased by 2.5 from 2020 to 2021.
That's
What does
like
that mean?
if they started making wheels and all of a sudden they had a
Yeah, but they made
2.5
doors way
million
before
increase
Hot
in
Wheels.
wheels,
When did
they
Hot
wouldn't even
Wheels start?
notice. It would go from 500
No, no,
million
no, no,
to
no, no.
502.5 million cars per
When
year. Like that's nothing.
did Hot Wheels start?
Lego alone produces
My guess is like
309 million wheels per year.
1968. You know how many doors they made before 1968?
How many are still around today though? How many
A
Hot
lot of
Wheels
them.
how many Hot
How
Wheels are
many
still
doors
around
have
today?
you destroyed in your life?
2, maybe 3, I don't know. I
I've
don't-
never destroyed a door.
okay.
I can think of a ton of busted up Hot Wheels with no wheels on them anymore.
Sure, sure. But how many still
well,
have
that's a good point
wheels?
too. Some lose the wheels.
Now, in order for things like microwave doors to work, you would have technically wheels inside the door to make it open. Yeah. Yeah,
No,
you
it's a
would.
hinge. No, it's a
No, no, no.
hinge.
No, no.
I was just say, I think it
No,
would
Let
be
me
no,
some
look
no.
it
sort of
up.
hinge, wouldn't it?
Are
Hinge.
there wheels in?
Are you gonna count bearings as wheels? Because I don't.
Now, okay, but that
That's a
was the argument
ball.
that I read. Yes,
That's a
wheels can be
ball.
found in certain doors. Specifically, door wheels
Certain
are used on gate
ones.
doors, sliding doors, and even some types of internal doors. Boom. So even doors have wheels.
Yeah, very
Ooh,
few.
About as many as a
slide-in doors though. That's a good
2.5
point.
million increase.
No, dude. I don't. I'm not
Nah, dude.
convinced. I'm
I'm
not
still
wheels.
on Team Wheels.
I'm not wheels.
Team Wheels, dude.
All right, and I think I'll decide I'm still indoors because of the cabinets, but I guess we'll never know. That one's not debunked. Okay, what's the next one I had? Also, I always thought it was windows versus doors, but then I was talking to Hannah, and she's like, "No, it's wheels and doors."
It was
So,
wheels. Yeah.
Wheels.
shout out Hannah. All right. Water is wet. Do we think water is wet?
No.
No, what? Yes.
Okay, let's go. Yes, as well.
Okay. Like, what is it if it's not wet?
My problem is, okay, describe what being wet is. It's having water on you, right?
Well, any type of
Water can't
liquid.
have water on it. It just becomes more water. Like, go put some water on some water. You can't.
Right, but
You know what
that
I'm
doesn't
saying?
change the fact
look at
that
a
water itself makes something wet, therefore is wet.
No, no, no. I
Yeah.
disagree. No,
if you
trees
look at
give
a
you air.
pool,
They're not
did you
made of
say a
air.
pool? Did you say a pool is wet?
A pool is, yeah, but water's not.
But that's just holding water.
Yeah, the thing that holds the water would get wet because it has water on it.
Okay, so if
Water
you
can't
poured
have
water in
water
a
on it.
glass, if you poured water in a glass, the glass is wet.
The glass would be, yeah, because it has water on it. Go put water on water. Try it.
Oh, you don't have to because water's already wet. Water's
Exactly.
already have
It's
water
not
on it.
wet. It's just water. It just is. That's like saying that trees make air, so trees must be made out of
No, no,
air.
no.
That doesn't work.
Water makes things wet. Well, trees don't make things air. That's not the same thing.
Yeah, okay, well then fires burn things. Fires aren't made out of burn.
Right. Because fire is itself what is when you put the fire on something, it changes that property.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Water changes the thing.
Oh my
Water
goodness.
can't change. Go put water on water. Tell me what changes.
Put fire on fire.
What if
It gets bigger, it gets taller. They all combine.
So there's more
It can
water.
change colors. If I pour more water into a glass of water, it's not gonna change into more blue. Like
More of the
water would go
glass is
more blue.
wet. More of the
Yeah, more of
glass
the
is
glass
wet.
would be, but the glass
Because
is not
water
the
itself
argument.
is wet.
No,
Yeah. Oh my
water
goodness.
makes things wet.
Oh my goodness.
what would you say, Zach, if you're fully underwater, if you're fully submerged, are you wet?
Yeah, you would be wet. You would be.
So what if I take water and I put more water around it? Is
You
the
just have
water
more
wet?
water. Go fill up a glass, and then fill it up a little bit more,
Okay.
and be like, "Oh, it's wet now."
So
No, you just have more water.
if water isn't wet, what is it?
It's water.
No, no, what is it? What is its property?
It's
Is
just a
it
liquid.
dry?
It's a
Say
liquid.
it's dry. I dare you. I dare
Say
you to
it's
say
dry.
it's dry. I dare you.
What is it?
Water's not the liquids aren't the only thing that's dry. You can get drier gases too.
Okay, but that's fine. What is water?
A liquid.
What is the property of this liquid?
What do you mean?
Is it wet or dry? What is it? What is it? What is its like property?
It just is, dude. It
Oh
doesn't
my
fall into this
goodness.
category.
It
That's like
just
saying
is.
that's like saying like, ooh, is a tree food? Well, it gives you food.
What?
I can eat the tree if I really wanted, dude.
No, but explain what the liquid is if it's not wet.
It's a liquid. That's one of the states of matter. Liquid. You can't get below that.
The answer of "it just is" so philosophical.
That's like
It just is.
it
What
just
is water?
is.
It just is.
It just is.
It's a
I don't
liquid.
know,
That's
dude.
the
No.
answer.
Oh, I'm also definitely team wet.
Yeah, I was gonna say this.
Water has to be wet.
We're gonna keep going around. Water is wet. It
It's
is
definitely wet.
because it's
Anyway,
not dry. It's not dry.
That's dry.
Hey yo.
Hey yo. All right, next one. This one is quick and silly. Did you guys think the dress was blue or yellow, or did you see both?
What?
A dress. Did you guys think it was blue?
Oh,
Did you guys
from
think it
like
was yellow? Or did you guys?
2015? It was
You're from
definitely
way back.
blue.
Yes.
What kind of psychopath actually saw yellow?
Yeah, I saw both. I literally it was like a page that was explaining what was happening, and at first I saw blue. I kept on scrolling, went back, yellow.
No, I don't believe you
I
at
remember
all.
seeing both.
I think that was a dream that you think happened. It was blue. It was straight up a blue dress.
The dress itself, like
blue
in
and
real
yellow.
life, was blue and black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think so.
but no, I remember seeing. Yeah,
No, I think
no,
you
I
had to
see.
be
I
on
saw
some kind of
both.
like hallucinogenic to see yellow. Like it just was not yellow.
No,
I think I was just more connected to my body, and because of that, I was able to see what others couldn't see.
Yeah, dude.
Actually,
Yeah, I just ate a bunch of mushrooms, and it was every color of the rainbow, and I could smell it, dude.
no, I remember vividly. I think it was with the Boys and Girls Club, and we were at Cole Harbor Place, and we were just chilling there, and then for some reason, one of the leaders had it on their phone and was going around and like testing everyone, and I was like, yeah, it's blue, and then she went back and I was like, no, it's actually yellow.
I take it back.
Imagine
So
that
my little
person
brain,
actually switched it. It's like a different picture, and they got you.
different page. You know what? Maybe that's what they did. All right, this next one, which I've never actually given it thought. I've definitely heard of it before. Is cereal soup?
Yes.
Is cereal soup?
Yes. What's the definition of soup?
Ooh.
I'm gonna go no, uh, solely because I think soup has to be like either brothy or a mix of different creams, whereas cereal is generally just milk,
Okay, so
and
what's
it's
tomato soup
cold.
then?
Well, a tomato soup would be like a broth. It's a tomato broth.
What are you tomato broth?
Yeah.
What? I've never heard those terms together
Well,
before in
like
my
how
life.
would you make it if it's not like water and tomato?
Yeah, what
I
else
don't.
would, because it wouldn't be like a chowder. It wouldn't be
No.
I just have
like
never
a thick.
heard the word
It
tomato
is
broth.
because it is thicker too.
I don't know.
I don't like tomato soup, but it's definitely
I'm
thicker than a
having an
broth.
existential crisis. I don't even forget. I don't remember I just never heard those words together.
It'd
Broken
probably be
mind with
more
tomato broth.
tomato paste than just like a straight tomato. But yeah, it would be tomato paste and water.
I think
Um,
cereal is soup.
I think I don't I don't know. Can I say that soup has to be warm,
yeah, that's kind of where I'm
roasted at
at.
least?
Well, okay, tomato soup. You put it in the fridge. Now, what is it now?
First, no, first. Tomato soup has well, but no, but then what if you have it in a can?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I think it's still soup. I think
Can you
it's
find
just
a definition of soup?
it depends
Yeah,
on
it
how
says a
you eat it.
liquid dish, and then it says typically made by boiling meat, fish, or vegetables in a stock or water. But typically doesn't mean anything. So it's just a liquid dish.
But boiling though, that's the key.
Typically.
Yeah, and I kind of like the boiling thing. But then would I be saying that if you take a tomato soup in a
So if
can and
I
you
was
just
gonna say, so
drink
if
it
I
from the
take tomato
can, is
soup,
that not soup? Is that
drink
what
it
I'm
from the
saying now?
can, it's not soup. It's
Well,
just tomato.
But then that's a smoothie.
No.
ooh, ooh, I think you're onto something, Trent.
Then that's a smoothie,
A
yeah.
disgusting smoothie, but yeah.
That's a
It's
smoothie.
V8.
No
No,
way.
V8.
Okay,
If
Yeah,
you
well
made
yeah,
V8,
that's
that's
V8.
juice. So,
juice. That's different.
but then now am I saying if you take like
So if I were to go to
orange juice and
Sobeys,
you
if I were, I mean, if I were, I don't know what country we're in. If I were to go into a generic superstore, I mean,
Nice, good save.
and I were to go to the tomato soup aisle, and I'd be like, "This has never been boiled. This is a smoothie." I could
Well,
sue every one of those companies.
no, I think it's more of like how do you typically eat it? Like if you typically consume something warm, then that would be like the soup portion.
I don't think temperature should play a role in the definition of
I
this.
definitely think it should.
Like, what
I
other
don't think it
food
should
would you
know.
change based on its temperature? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, the
That's a good
I'm
point.
not gonna look at a hamburger and be like, "Ah, it's frozen. That's not a hamburger. That's just a beef puck."
a sub and
Swine.
a melt
You
are different.
absolute
A sandwich and like a what's the three layered like BLT? What are the
club.
club? Those are
No,
different.
clubs are saying it's a club sandwich.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, clubs are a sandwich.
why are you like differentiating them, you know?
Because I want that third
kinds
piece
of
of bread, and I
sandwiches.
want them to know it.
But like, I don't know. I think temperature does matter.
I think club is just a subset of sandwich. Like sub is a sandwich.
Okay, what about a melt then? Because
I
melt
don't know what
A
implies
sandwich.
that you've melted cheese
A
directly on it.
sandwich.
Can you have a cheeseless melt?
Then I see what you're saying, Evan, because then like as soon as it's warm, then it's a melt. And it's
Exactly.
not like a
Yeah.
regular BLT or something.
Yeah. Whereas you wouldn't take 3 pieces of bread, slap them together without toasting them, and that's what makes it the club.
I've definitely had non-toasted clubs.
Really, non-toasted clubs?
That's terrible.
Yeah,
I'm so
100%.
I was gonna
sorry.
say that's disgusting. I feel bad
It's
for
still
you,
a
dude.
club.
No.
I would still call it club. You're
Definition
right,
of
but I think like they usually are toasted. Like it's usually on toast.
definition of a
Oh,
club
dang, I didn't
sandwich
realize this was.
is just a 3-layer sandwich made with 3 slices of turkey, whatever. The meat doesn't matter. It's just a 3-layer sandwich. It's just a subset of sandwich.
I don't know. I personally wouldn't have a club that was just straight bread that's not
Yeah, but it
toasted.
still is a club, though.
No, because I do think
Like
temperature
if
plays.
Yeah.
if
I think
somebody
temperature
handed you a
plays.
3-layer sandwich, you ordered a club. Somebody handed you a 3-layer sandwich that
I'd
was
say,
not
why
toasted.
is this
You
not
wouldn't be like,
toasted?
"What is this? What have you done? This
I
is not
would.
what I asked for. I don't
I would.
recognize this abomination."
Yes, I would, because club
No
implies
way.
toasted. Yes.
No, it does not. It was nowhere in this definition.
I would also expect it to be toasted, though. Yes,
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
definitely expect it. I don't think
Okay.
it takes it away from it being that, but I would be expecting it to be toasted.
Okay. If you were expecting toasted, Trent, and you got it in front of you, and it was 3 plain pieces of bread, you'd be like, "What
It's
the frig?"
still a club, though.
Yes, I
By the
definitely would be.
strictest definitions, maybe, but I do think temperature does play a
I
fact into
disagree
this.
entirely.
Nah, dude, if you got a steak sandwich and they gave it to you completely rare, you'd be like, "This isn't a
I'd still
steak
be like,
sandwich."
wow, this steak sandwich is raw. What are you doing? I'd
No,
recognize it as still a steak sandwich.
they gave you raw
I wouldn't be
meat
like,
on
what
top
is
of it.
this? What? It's war. It's cold. I can't fathom this.
I don't know.
The only thing I'll say about melt is the name literally has melt. That's the only one I'll give a little bit of leeway to because it's in the name of it. Club does not say toasted club. It's not like a.
Mm, they definitely have toasted club on the menu places.
Well, it can say under the definition that it's toasted, but a club is.
I
It
don't know. A
doesn't need to
toasted
be.
club sandwich, I think, is how it's labeled at restaurants.
Yeah, but
some
then you're
places.
specifying the club sandwich.
All right, this is supposed to be back to cereal,
Okay, let's go back to cereal.
and I don't know. I'm stuck. I think I did make a decent point with the whole smoothie thing. That
Cereal is a soup.
Nah, no.
It's just food in a liquid. What? How
So
else would
any
you define
food
it?
in a liquid is a soup?
Yep.
Okay, what's a stew? And why are they different?
I don't know. I don't know why they're different. You tell
Okay.
me.
can I say that cereal is like its own category?
No, I think it's a subset of soup.
See, now I'm thinking I can make its own category. I think I can say cereal is its own thing.
I
Because
think
hot,
it's soup.
hot cereal, warm cereal, hot cereal. I know we call it oatmeal here, but what if you have hot, what if oatmeal? Would you call it oatmeal soup?
It depends on how much milk you put in, but sure.
I think I got you. No, I'm saying that there. I made my argument. I'm saying soup is actually a category, cereal is a category in itself. That's my argument.
I
No,
don't
I'm
hate
still sticking
that,
with soup.
but I also don't think cereal should be its own category. But
That's what I'm saying. I
I
think
don't
putting it
think
in
it's
its own
soup.
thing is
I don't
crazy.
think it's soup. So
Evan, hot cereal. Did you hear my point? Hot
yeah, no,
cereal.
I heard your point. Hot cereal like is
I've
still
never heard it
cereal
called
though.
hot cereal before. What the frig is
Yes,
this?
you have.
Well, okay,
Literally never in my life.
massive pieces of shredded wheat, and you just pour hot milk on top. That's hot cereal. So even that I think is
I've
different
never
than
put hot
oatmeal.
milk on it. That's just
On a
shredded wheat.
massive piece of shredded wheat, you just
You
eat
just
that
put
thing.
normal. It's just like mini wheat. No, with milk, the cold milk. I don't. I like the idea of warming milk. I'm against it.
Hot
Against
chocolate?
it.
You want cold milk
Against
in
my
your hot
religion.
chocolate?
I mix my hot chocolate with water.
You don't put any milk in it?
No. As soon as milk gets
Oh,
warm, it tastes
Zachary.
spoiled.
Oh no, you gotta try it next time. You
That's
Oh,
get
you
some
guys
milk
are
and
like
do it
raw
in
crazy.
milk
hot
people,
chocolate.
aren't you? You guys are
Put
gonna
some
have
milk
raw
after.
milk and be like, "Meh."
That's crazy, dude.
No, I think
With a nice little cookie.
as soon as milk reaches room temperature or above, I think I'd get rid of it. I don't want warm milk. Anytime
No, it's so good.
I've had milk and hot chocolate maybe twice, and I've always thought, man, this is worse because of the warm milk.
That's crazy. Are you
Crazy.
so with like coffee and tea? Would you not put milk in it, or are you?
Sometimes I
I
put
know I
like
don't think you drink them often, but
cream
Why is
put
that
cream.
different than milk?
because it's so watered down you barely even notice it.
You were bottle fed as a child, weren't you?
I don't think so. I don't remember that far back.
All right, so I think we're again split here with the cereal as soup, but a cereal is its own category where I'm standing.
That's the worst
All
take.
right, this
Honestly,
last.
let's team up against that.
Yeah, no, I'm not a fan of that.
No, no, no. Next one, next one, next one. I've never heard this one before, actually. Does a straw have one hole or two?
Oh my goodness.
It's just one.
Does a straw have one hole
I
or
think it's
two?
just one.
It's just one.
It is just one, right?
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go. All right. Debunked. It's
Like,
just
I don't even
one.
know
one.
what you would say. Like, I guess there's two sides of that one hole, but
No,
it's
but they
still one
connect,
hole.
so it's one.
Yeah.
Cool. On to the next
Nice.
one.
Let's go.
All right, the last one I have is: would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
Probably a horse-sized duck.
Yeah.
What is a big duck gonna do? Like nip at me?
Some ducks are like evil.
I'm really not
Like, don't you see
scared
those
of a
videos where
duck.
ducks like chase people around?
Yeah, I'd slap it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I was gonna say because it's bigger.
If it was self-defense, I'm slapping a duck.
Sure, you can grab its neck easier because it's bigger and just choke it out, dude.
Yeah, you know how they
Real
grab
simple.
snakes? You grab snakes like right behind the head and it can't bite you. Just do that to the duck.
Exactly.
So you're gonna like as if it was a giraffe, you would just like hold on, or I mean a horse, you'd hold on to its.
Just
It's
grab
gonna be
it.
huge. Like think of how big like the horses' necks are. Oh, you wouldn't be able to do that though.
Right, but
I
it's a
just do a
duck the size of the
really
horse. So like the throat would still be relative to how big the duck's throat would
I think I
be.
could still get
You
my
could
hands around
still
the duck's
easily.
neck.
Yeah, you could still easily choke out
But
a
man, think of
horse-sized duck.
100 little horses coming in. I
Mm-mm.
guess what would they do? I'd just start kicking like it's a soccer game.
Exactly. You'd just be kicking, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd probably
But
step on one by accident.
there's too many of them, I think. I think when you
That's
get
a lot. You'd be like, you know
100,
how those people stomp on like cranberries?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it'd be like, and I'd feel kind of bad.
No, I
My
was
thing too
thinking
is
they
like,
could.
can you imagine how quick they'd be? Not only they're horses, but they're smaller.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they'd be relatively the same speed. They have so much smaller legs too.
As a duck, it'd be so much faster than a duck.
No, I mean faster than a duck, but it's feel like I don't know, relatively horse speed. I don't know. I think it'd be like that scene from World War Z where they're climbing up the wall. It'd just be a bunch of ducks like that. And you just start stomping like the cranberries and just keep going.
I don't know. I think they
But
could
they're
stampede
horses
you.
though.
They could stampede you, I think.
I'd stomp a horse. What are they gonna do once they get to you though? They're gonna kick you? That's not gonna hurt.
Right, but if they're just like coming at you, dude, they can knock you on the ground, and then once they've got
And
you
then
on the
what?
ground,
Just stand on you? They're
yeah,
gonna weigh
well,
like
just run
15
across
pounds
you.
at most.
Excuse me. No, I think they could
That is a good
stampede
point.
you.
How would they hurt?
They
I
could
think they could
step on
stampede
your
you.
head all at the same time. There's not even my head's not that big. They're not all getting on my head. No, I think I
Then
win
go back to
either.
the horse-sized duck.
I think I win either of these.
Horse-sized duck, that beak would scare me.
No, that's a good point.
I could fit your head in it.
That could probably take off like a hand. Yeah.
No, it's not like an alligator though. He's not gonna latch down.
No, but still, like it still would fit your head. Like I feel like he'd be able to like pick you up and whip you or something.
Mm-hmm.
No. No, I think I win either of these. I think I'm gapping either of these.
Well, stay tuned next episode when we test this out for live. See who's right and who's wrong. We
actually have
a
100 horse-sized ducks.
a biologist kind of in the works of making that happen. So we'll be hearing back from him this week. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Do you have anything last comments or anything we want to talk about, or are we good to end?
I think we're good.
End. Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for listening. Remember to eat your breakfast, and we'll see you next week.
I hate breakfast. Why do you always say this?
Eat your soup.
Because it's important.
Breakfast.
Eat your soup.